I've been asked in the YouTube comment section on my Twitter, hey, Adrian, can you do an off-season preview for the Philadelphia Eagles? And I'm like, okay, I'll try. But essentially, my off-season preview video was the re-signing of Nigel Bradham. Because this isn't going to be a sexy offseason. This isn't a dream team scenario. Actually, you know what? No, that's a lie. This is a dream team. Because they just won a goddamn Super Bowl, and I still feel like I'm dreaming. Anyway, it's going to be quiet. They are in the red in salary cap for not only this season, but for next season. They're the only team in the NFL to be in the red for this coming offseason. And they're already in the red for next offseason. So the reason for that, well, let's take a look at who they have signed through 2019 through this coming offseason. So 44 players are locked up through next year, 2018, 32 through 2019. So we've seen some of the big re-signings and contracts handed out by Howie Roseman, Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, Timmy Jernigan. Vinnie Curry got a big deal. Zach Ertz, Malcolm Jenkins, Alshon Jeffrey. You had free agent signings like Brandon Brooks, Rodney McLeod. So that has really taken its toll on the salary cap. But the great thing, obviously, is that a lot of your core players are locked up. Now, in terms of free agency for this season, and in terms of your starters, LeGarrette Blount, Patrick Robinson, Nigel Bradham. Patrick Robinson, he's going to be a garner. You got him for really cheap last offseason. He came off a great season. He's going to get paid somewhere. You're not going to be able to retain him. LeGarrette Blount, I'd be willing to bring back if it's for a minimum deal. But honestly, it's a deep running back class, and you can probably get somebody in the 4th or 5th round. Not that it would replace his production, but it's a really deep class, and you go, Brett, get somebody. Other guys that people want to re-sign, Trey Burton and Bo Allen. All right, Trey Burton, I know he's a fan favorite. He can do a lot of different things. He can line up out wide. He can be a tight end. He's such a Swiss Army knife, as they like to call Darren Sproles, obviously. But this is why you have guys like Billy Brown on your practice squad, guys like Adam Zaruba. This is why you have an NFL draft. Maybe you take a guy like, I don't know, say Mike Gesicki in the 3rd round or something, just throwing out a name. You're not going to be able to bring him back either, most likely. Bo Allen. All right, we love Bo Allen, but this is why you draft Elijah Qualls. This is why you have a lot of depth at the D-tackle position. He's probably going to move on as well. So, even free agent-wise, I mean, I've had, in the comments, again, people, hey, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about that guy? They're most likely not going to be able to sign anybody. It's going to be maybe like last year when they, took some flyers on Patrick Robinson, as we explained before. This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to take flyers on some guys because you're not going to have the money to sign big names. And another reason why, I probably wouldn't bring back Trey Burton or Bo Allen or guys like that. You got to take a look at next offseason and who's going to be a free agent. Nelson Aguilar, Jay Ajayi, Brandon Graham. That might be something that happens this coming offseason because Brandon Graham is pretty much demanding that he gets paid, and he'd like to get, one final contract before he retires, one final big contract. Jordan Hicks, another guy you got to make a decision on. Ronald Darby is going to be a free agent next offseason. So you have to take all of this into account for this coming offseason. So you'd rather re-sign the players, you re-sign your core, than go out and spend big money on a free agent. So there's that. How are they going to free up this money? Well, as I explained in my Nigel Bradham video, Torrey Smith, he's going to cost $5 million against the cap. You can get rid of him. Nick Foles, if you trade him before March 18th, that's $7.6 million off the books. I know that's a guy people don't want to trade, but it might be something that the Eagles might do if they want to save some cap. Vinny Curry trade. If you part ways with him, you can get $5 million off the salary cap. If you cut him after June 1st, you save $9 million with a $2 million hit of dead cap. So those are the three big names that would basically cost save you some salary cap. Jason Peters has a big contract. We'll see what happens with him. I mean, I've seen some people suggest that they'd like to trade Jason Peters. Well, Jason Peters, I mean, he just took more money not too long ago, if I remember correctly. And honestly, he's already 35 years old. I don't think anybody's going to trade for him. And if he does get traded to somebody, he might even retire before he even gets traded. So I don't think that's a realistic possibility. Brent Selleck could be somebody that you cut. That's been a name floated around. I believe you would save $4 million if I'm correct there. But that could be something that, this is also a point where you got to bring up restructuring deals, because that's something that Howie Roseman has done a masterful job at, navigating through the challenges of the salary cap, re-signing players to long-term deals while also basically trading away assets to clear cap space as well. This is something that he's masterful at, and this is why I'm confident that a Nigel Bradham extension could get done, because Howie's, and he's remarkable at it. And this is why you have a guy like Joe Douglas, because your free agency is basically the draft, because those are the guys that are going to come cheap, and you have to hit on your draft picks. So a guy like Joe Douglas, I'm confident in. I mean, he had a pretty good draft last year. This isn't really Howie Roseman making the picks anymore. So the NFL draft is how they're going to win now. You got to hit on the NFL draft. If you hit on a guy, you extend him. That's the new formula. This isn't the dream team formula where you basically just sign everybody and hope you can mold it into something that didn't happen back in 2012, in 2011, obviously. So there you go. I guess there's my off-season preview. I mean, I don't know what you guys want me to say. I don't. This isn't going to be a sexy free agency period. They're not going to be signing anybody like an Alshon Jeffrey. This is about re-signing Nigel Bradham, clearing cap space, keeping your core, and going out and winning another Super Bowl next year. That is the formula. So there you go. There you have it. Those are my thoughts, and we'll see what the Eagles wind up doing. There you have it. Take care.